Optic Watch Reviews, 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 Optic Watch Reviews.
Bonjour mes amis, hi guys, a collection review for Alex who has recently settled in Hong Kong from South Carolina, USA. And the first thing he did is check out one of my usual hangouts for the Seiko fans, and he picked up the beautiful King Seiko 140th anniversary JDM model, just like I did. And today he's asking me for a collection review. Sorry for the wait, Alex. You know, I've been on holiday, a bit relaxing, being a bit lazy. Anyway, Alex in his collection has a workhorse. It's the Seamaster 2254.50. It's becoming a modern cult classic. He's had it for 20 years, so pretty much when they were issued early 2000s. It was a gift from his parents, so really important sentimentally as well. That's his number one, and it is a wonderful watch that combines the modern Seamaster outlines with the old Seamaster 300 sort of military issued watch that was so beautiful, and the response to the mil sub really by Omega. And this 2254.50 is still affordable, but I wouldn't wait too long. It's one of those great designs. I don't know why they decided to use the broad sword hands and those great indices, which are my favorites, and combine it then with the Seamaster, the brand new Seamaster, while using the bracelet of the Speedmaster, which doesn't date the watch as much as the one of the Seamaster, actually, but it really works. And if you want an even more affordable version of it, although maybe it's about the same, there is a pretty cool Certina that sort of trades on the same kind of lines. So great watch there. In the collection, he's got a Seiko SLA 033, the Captain Willard, the classic. It's one that has been at the back of my mind for a while. You know, I have the more affordable version, and I like it a lot. It's a bit smaller, actually. I've been wearing it a lot. It's maybe my favorite Seiko diver. I really love the case shapes. And the Willard is the SLA 033 is really where Seiko meets Grand Seiko, and often the price point that stuns people. I'm not gonna pay so much for a Seiko, they say, but this is where Seiko is at the level of a Tudor, really, with a very good Grand Seiko, almost a level movement, or at least architecture. I think they could push it to the next level with a bit better guarantee on the accuracy, which would just take the adjustment to reach. But the finishing is amazing. They really sweat all the details when you are at that level, just like they do on the King Seiko reissue that we just mentioned, which is also in the collection. I have the same. Every detail, it has a nice strap, a very beautiful little clasp, buckle, and at first, at a glance, it's a simple watch, but in the details, the finishing of all the indices, the hands and the brushing of the dial, it is very complex, very endearing watch. And when I put it next to my Pateks, I'm thinking, well, if I had to sell the Pateks, I would still have a wonderful dress watch that you can also wear every day. You know, it's a Seiko, it's rough, it's a King Seiko. And inside the movement is a 6L type of movement. So it's basically Seiko's answer to the ETA 2892. Very good movement, again justifying the higher price point, I think, especially with all the finish that doesn't pale in comparison to a Grand Seiko. So you have there two cool Seikos, and a third one added by Alex is the SNR 049 Prospex LX GMT spring drive titanium, which he loves. And yeah, it's a very bombastic watch, very very beautiful. It's a true Japanese, true Seiko. This LX line is it's really impressive line of watches. It's more expensive again. So he's got three of those watches that really sit between the Seiko we think we know and the Grand Seiko, top quality. And yeah, once you have one of those, you don't look back. It's great. It's a great segment of the market that yeah compares well to, for example, the Tudors. Speaking of Tudors, there is a Rolex in the collection, classic 36 millimeter. They just two-tone his first Rolex, as he says, epic combination, true classic. It's gonna last you a lifetime, and you gotta have a good Rolex in the collection. There you go. And then he's got something a bit funky. It's a Raketa. Big Zero, new old stock, barely ever worn, made in the Soviet Union in 1989. You know, in my wardrobe, I have white pants that I fancy I will wear one day on some holiday vacation, and of course, it never happens. Okay, so the collection now, we get some solid ground, a very cool mini Seiko collection within the collection. I really like all three of them, especially the Willard and the King Seiko. They're gonna get a lot of miles into them. The Seamaster is a wonderful watch, and it was a gift. And you got the Rolex. Now looking at it, I don't know if what your next move. You know, it's a work of passion, obviously. So that there's no need to add, remove, do anything. I think if one day you were to get tired of the LX GMT, then you could look into maybe going for Rolex 16710. You know, the GMT Master 2 before it went ceramic. That would make a nice balance in the collection, having a couple of roll eyes, classic ones, and of course I would love you to pair the Omega with a Speedmaster. That would be a nice chronograph addition to this collection. No rush, but maybe look into the previous version with the 1861 and the Hasselite. That would be a quite nice pairing with the 2254, which is again such a cool watch. And yeah, I've been meaning to pick one up. Maybe if I find a very nice one in very nice condition, I will add it, because it looks great. But I have no doubt eventually, you know, Omega, they will probably bring back that those indices and those hands into a diver. They usually do those things. So maybe a bit of patience, always good to have when you're trying to build a collection that makes sense. But yeah, congrats, Alex. I hope you're gonna enjoy Hong Kong. Let's try to get together one day. I'd love to see your watches. I'd love to see the 2254, the Willard, and try on actually the Prospex LX. I've never really looked into it. I'm sure I will like it a lot. Yeah, enjoy the summertime in Hong Kong. Enjoy the beaches while we can. Great collection. Yeah, I would add I think a Speedy would be cool. Also a Navi timer that would also broaden even this assortment of watches. A classic chronograph from Breitling. There are some really cool ones, some sort of the vintage reissues, or go for an older one from the good old days. That would be broadening the collection, adding one more brand. And yeah, maybe look into a 16710. That could be a cool other option for a GMT. Very cool collection. I see you're a Seiko enthusiast, and you've bought the great ones. That's very good to see. Guys, thank you for watching. Thanks, Alex. Take care. Bye-bye.